Time for the intro. Hello, my friends. I am Decalink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities. Got some bad news for you. Okay, so in the last few episodes that have not, as of streaming this, been actually published to the onlineosphere on Deckerlink. The onlineosphere, where the fuck did that come from? Of course, they have been published to Dick or Jack in their unedited form, as well as, of course, being shown on live on twitch.tv/Deckerlink. You heard me describe what is going on with the public build. So the public build situation for extracurricular activities and what's going on with that. So there's a snag. We got a snag going on. There's a bit of a problem. The problem is that when they release these updates, they are not just of the certain... Oh, Jesus. They're not of just these certain character days. They also have been going back and re-adding in stuff for the early days to add in the new art, the new style, some new writing, stuff like that. And my original plan of just downloading the most recent update, the Patreon exclusive build, but only playing what's publicly available, the problem with that is that does not account for what is being redone in the early builds, which is technically Patreon exclusive. As such, I unfortunately have to announce that the Herald route will be, once again, postponed. Now, I have adjusted my notepad document to show what I can and cannot play, because I have downloaded the, what the fuck is the build of this? It's 1.57. Since I have downloaded that, the public build, right now, is 1.54. Now, near the middle of the month, 1.55 will become publicly available. And that will help alleviate some of the issues, but I will still have two routes at that point that are unfortunately locked for now. The locked routes, and by locked I mean like they have stuff in the early days that are in the beginning of the routes that are Patreon exclusive because of the updates and whatnot. These routes are locked because I can't show those, and I wouldn't want to show those. I want to respect the wishes of Dine Wolf and the teams behind the game. I can't show anything in the beginnings of the routes of Herald. Fortunately, we stopped just before we would have gotten to some of the shit that was exclusive, but still, I think we played it a little too close on that one. I might have fucked up, but Chester is also locked as of build 1.55. When that goes public, we'll be able to play him. And then Dozer as of 1.56, and then Herald is as of 1.57. So we have to wait until those builds become public for us to even play what has been made available as of those builds. So, yay. And in case you were like, why can't you just go back? I've already put my save file in the new one, so I can't just go back because then it'll all be fucked. So the only ones we can do are Darius and Spencer. Darius, as of build 1.54, only has 18 days. And Spencer, as of build 1.54, only has 23 days. So we only have access to 45. What is that? 45 days, or is that 41? Yeah, we only have access to 41 episodes worth of content. Christ. Honestly, I would be up to doing either Darius or Spencer, since those are the only options. I'm fine with either one. Kind of have a personal preference. I don't really... You know what? Both these routes kind of piss me off in different ways. A little bit, and in other ways, they're endearing as shit. So, since I am streaming this, I'm going to leave it up to the stream audience to decide. Are we going to start with the Darius route or the Spencer route? Now, as this has already been, when this goes live on Decker Link, it'll already been edited and whatnot, and then the title, it'll say what is chosen. But I, as of streaming this, do not know what we will be doing. It is pretty fucking split, so a coin flip makes the most sense. Let's Alright, I don't have a coin around, so I'll flip with this copy of Hotel Rwanda. Head, in honor of Spencer's fucked up head, will be for Spencer, and then tails will be Darius, because, you know, he gets a lot of sex. Shit. It did come up tails. It's on the floor, but that would indicate Darius. Darius would keep tradition, and it would keep the old name as well. Here's us again. Character creation. This is the very, 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 very beta version of the character creation. But we look closest to the default, so it's easy for us. Andrew, motherfucker! We are going with Darius. Hey Darius, how about we practice together today? Oh, Jesus, fuck. His facial expression, he's just like, I know what I'm gonna do with you, man. Oh, fuck me, okay. Oh, you want to pair up with me, huh? No surprise, since I'm so hard to resist. God damn it, I've missed Darius. Geez, a bit full of himself, isn't he? Maybe I should reconsider. Come on, let's get going then. We're just doing basic stuff, according to what Coach said. Should be pretty easy practice today. I haven't done anything on the court since before winter break, so easy is a good thing. How about you? I did a little bit, but not much. I didn't have the motivation to do much with how cold it was through the winter. You should have come to my place. I could have kept you warm if you catch my drift. Darius grinned and nudged you with his elbow. While you were on the team with him, you quickly learned he was a sexual deviant. He made a pass at everyone on the team at some point, and it was never a surprise anymore. I'm sure you could have. Let's focus on practice for now, though. We'll just start with we'll just start a rally to get the feel of things again, and we'll decide what kind of drill to do from there. Sound good? Yeah, I guess so. You and Darius started to hit the ball back and forth, neither of you doing anything fancy as you warmed up. You rallied like that for 10 minutes before you decided you were ready to begin a drill. I'm ready to start my drill I'm ready to start with a drill if you are, Darius. I think I'm warmed up enough. Do you have anything in mind? How about a tennis squash drill? Which one is that? We'll play a short game to 11 points, but the catch is that you can only score on your serve, and there are no double faults. One fault and the serve goes to the other player. That's not a bad idea, since I need to work on my serve, but can we tweak the rule about the faulting? We're going to go with it. We're going to show them that we're flexible. Sure, if you want to practice your serve, we'll allow double faults. Heck, let's make it triple faults. You get up to 3 serves as serving is something you need to work on. But to keep a twist on it, you can't score a point if it's your 3rd serve. If you win the point, it's still your serve, but you don't add to your score. How's that? Sounds like a good plan to me. Let's get started. You started with hey, there's new sprite. Holy shit. You started the drill with Darius, letting him take the first serve since he was the one in need of practicing that. Whenever he served, he was putting his all into the first 2 serves and only dialing it back when it was down to his 3rd. That seemed to be a frequent occurrence. By the time the game was over, he had only scored 4 points to your 11. Jeez, I really need to work on my serve. Oh, his face is different too, goddamn. Well, I'm just really out of practice. I'm sure that's all it is. You've not been on the courts in a few months, so that'll do it. And I just picked up this sweet new racket. I suppose that it would have something to do with it too. Oh yeah, let me see it. Darius passed his racket over to you so you could look at it. Whoa, this thing's really light, but feels really well made. It's a Nowless brand too? Man, this thing must have been expensive. Almost $300. Insert freak out about spending $300 goddamn dollars on a piece of cat gut when you are a cat. 300, man, I wish I could afford something like that. 300 isn't that much. That's how much these shoes cost too. Insert freak out about $300 shoes! He held up a foot so you could take a look at his shoes, and sure enough, they look new. You didn't even recognize the brand on them. Are you made of money or something, Darius? I'm good at what I do, so money normally isn't an issue for me. He's a prostitute. Well, you have to let me play with your racket sometime. You can play with my racket anytime you want, Andrew. All you have to do is ask. You handed the racket back to him and rolled your eyes when you saw the grin on his face.
I'll keep that in mind, Darius. I don't know why I went to Spencer's voice on that one.
Come on, let's get back to practicing. You need to break that guy in some more. Yeah, you're right. What do you want to do now? Alright, we're going to practice serving. Boom. You said you need to practice your serve more, so how about we practice serving? We'll get the large bucket of balls and serve them all, swap sides, and do it again. Sounds like a good idea. Go fetch the balls and I'll get us some water. I feel like I'm way in the corner of the fucking camera. Ah, god damn it. God damn it. Thomas. It's an alternate universe where Thomas and Andrew meet up. Nay. Fuck. You split up to gather the needed items and met back at your court shortly after. Ready to start? Yeah, I'm good to go. I've already set up the basket so we can start serving. Let's go to it then. You and Darius moved to the court baseline on either side of the basket in the center. You both started grabbing balls from the basket, serving one on after the other. While you were practicing, Coach Grifter approached you both.
Practicing your serve, guys!
Yeah, Darius said he needed some work on that. He's getting used to his new racket, too.
New racket? Let me see what you got, Darius.
Darius handed his racket over to the coach.
Oh yeah, this is a nice one. It's a pretty new model, too. Great choice, Darius.
Coach grabbed a ball from the basket and made a serve, nailing the corner of the service box.
Since it's such a light racket, you really need some speed on the ball. Go ahead and show me a few serves.
Coach stepped back and watched Darius serve a few times before stepping back in.
You certainly have some work to do. I'm a bit taller than you, so I have an easier time getting a good serve off.
Tell me about it. You make it look easy.
Well, you might not be able to serve like I do, but I can teach you another...
Almost threw up.
I can teach you another way to serve that might benefit the both of you.
Oh? Well, let's see what it is then.
It's a kick serve. Watch.
Again, Coach stepped up to the service line, taking the racket from Darius. This time, when he served, the ball bounced off to the side when it landed on the court.
So there's a couple things about that shot that'll help you. First, did you notice how high the ball was when it cleared the net? This serve gives you a lot more height clearance. Second, I'm sure you saw how the ball bounced to the side when it landed. It's harder for your opponent to make a clean return when the ball bounces that way. Or it bounces that way.
So how do we serve like that?
Watch how I throw the ball into the air first.
The coach went through the service motion several more times to show you both.
Notice that I'm not hitting the ball when it reaches its peak. I'm waiting for the ball to start dropping before I hit it. That lets me get my racket around the ball like I need to give it that kick. Both of you try that a few times.
You step back up to the service line with Darius, taking one serve at a time so the coach could examine your techniques. Neither you nor Darius landed any of the serves you tried, though. We can't land any of these.
Don't worry about that for now. Focus more on when you're hitting the ball in your stance. You both have good form, so keep practicing that and you'll get the hang of it. I'll be back to check on you guys. I need to make sure Chester's still moving after leaving him with Spencer.
Ugh, this is obnoxious. I hate trying to change up how I do things. You're having to get used to a new racket anyway, so now is as good a time as any to learn a new serve. That's true, I suppose. Well, let's keep going then. The remainder of practice was spent with the two of you practicing the serve that Coach had just shown you. After serving enough times, you both managed to land a few good serves. Whew, it's going to take another practice session to just work in the goddamn it. I didn't mean to skip it. It's all going wrong. Whew, it's going to take another practice session of just working on serving to get this down. Yeah, my arm is still pretty sore from all that repetition now, too. I really shouldn't have slacked off so much during our break. Well, I didn't hit the courts. I was doing other things to keep in shape, so my arms feel pretty good still. What were you doing? Swimming. That's still as funny as it was before. Swimming. Hey, you didn't know that I was on the swim team. You didn't know I was on the swim team, too, didn't you? I had no idea.
That's how I stay in shape without going to the gym as often. My legs and arms get a pretty good workout from both sports. And during the winter, the pool is heated, so it's not that cold. You should join me sometime in the pool. It's good for you. I mean, sure, why not? Fucking sure, I bet that'd be fun. And I'm sure you'd look good in this swimwear we have. Darius grinned and pulled his shorts down enough to show the thin strap of whatever underwear he was wearing. Swim Speedos for maximum versatility in the water.
Darius, pull your shorts up!
I was just throwing off my underwear.
Save it for the locker room, then! You two are getting the hang of the serves, I noticed, and you guys can practice that another day. For now, practice is done, so you're free to go.
Well, if we're done, then I'm heading to the showers now. It's about time when the football team finishes up and isn't in there. Lots of things to look at. Well, you have fun with that, Darius. Try to stay out of trouble. No promises on that part. Promises. The word. The fucking word. You know what goddamn word I'm doing? Goddamn. Shut up. You no promises on that last part. You should join me there sometime, too. Darius winked at you before strutting away. What makes him think I'd go with him to gawk at other guys in the locker room? Time to head home, I guess. I'll take the bus today, since I still have time. Mwomp. And here's my stop. Home is just from a block from here. The bus and I already fought. We've seen this part. Oh, there's Maria, and there's our bed. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, no. Shit. Damn it. Okay, that's actually the end of day one. I know we didn't really see a whole lot, but we got to see the new beginning of Darius, and I'm considering this a mercy ending, because I am fucking crashing. So, overwriting the save of the old Darius route, there it is. So, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Extracurricular Activities, as well as this stream. I wish I could go longer, I really do. But, yeah, I know I'd love to do Echo, but I just can't. I'm crashing emotionally, and I can't force myself to keep going. I just can't. So, thank you all very much for joining me, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, fare thee well. Bye, everyone.